Morning. The topic of my presentation is the application of software for urban stormwater management manual for Malaysia, MASMA. Better now? Okay. Okay. Today the presentation of the topic of my presentation is a one-day seminar on application of software for the urban stormwater management manual for Malaysia, including the design of on-site detention basin, OSD. I'm a professional engineer. I'm a professional engineer by practice. And this urban stormwater management manual, or short form, we call it MASMA. It stands for Manual Sadiran Mesra Alam. It's a Malay translation of the urban stormwater management manual. What is the significance of this manual? This manual is the guideline that the government imposed by law for professional engineers to adopt. The purpose of this guideline is for flood prevention. It's a drainage design guideline for flood prevention purpose. It governs the design of all drainage structure, all the drains, roadside drain, whatever drains, whatever gutter, whatever anything that concerns the drainage. If a professional engineer do not follow it, it's considered professional negligence. It's a very detailed document. Consists of all the computational method, design method, and everything. It's a very comprehensive document. And just now I have a show of hands. All of the participants at the seminar today, around about 20. How many of you have heard about this? Can I have a show of hand again? I just want to gauge your experience. So may I say only 3 out of about close to 20, yeah? About 15, okay. So it means it's not really well known outside the engineering circle. But if you ask the engineer, the reverse would happen. Out of the room, I think 20. If anyone dare to say they don't know, they shouldn't be in engineering. That's what the significance to the engineers are. Because any structure you design, be it bridges, roof, high rise, anything has drainage component to it. When you have drainage component to it, you have to follow the government guideline. And this is the guideline that's imposed by the government. It's passed by the cabinet. And I understand it's actually written into a standard, like ceiling standard. It becomes a standard. So if any professional engineer who design, who don't follow, is considered professionally negligent. If it's proven in the court of law, you can be in jail. If you cause the collapse, like the Highland Tower, if anything were to happen, you are professionally negligent. So, and before I start, I really want to gauge your response. What is your expectation from our seminar today? Because the material I'm presenting here actually is for one-day course for professional engineers. I've conducted for JPS in several states, Sabah, Sarawak, IEM in Sabah and Sarawak. I have presented so far mostly to engineers. And this is one of the first time, not the first time, one of the first occasion in a number of years that I'm presenting to non-engineer, namely architects. So I must know what is the expectation. What do you hope out to get out of this seminar? Yeah. Yes. Fine. Go. Thank you very much. May I know your name? Architect Chia. May I call you Chia? Yeah, Chia. Your question is very good. This is something that I come across daily. Even among us professionals, we have arguments. We have arguments on the sizing and things like that. You see, it's a very good question because what we noticed in the last 10 years or so, we noticed the storm intensity have increased. As we speak, in KL, it's raining like cats and dogs. And we are all preparing for flooding in KL, in Klang Valley. We are preparing. Why is this happening? Our climate have changed. Our data show that the last 10 years have been extremely wet years. What is the cause of this? I'm sure you know something. Who want to say? Yes, but the global warming will be yours on a macro scale. But somebody say who's excellent global warming, because always close your mouth. I don't know who opened the mouth. Or you mentioned exactly. Global warming is coming in. And that is the main theme of the presentation today. We are talking about global warming causing affect our storm data. How much? As much as 20%. I will demonstrate to you for different cities in Malaysia, using the new storm data, the increase is 20% or more. And this brings back to what Chia mentioned just now. Sometimes he wonder why certain engineer design so big and some so small. In this respect, it has something to do with this global warming too, besides professional judgment. You see, engineers are not supposed to design something without basis. We professional engineers are trained. We design anything based on guideline. The guideline says you're going to do design for what sort of storm, what sort of return period. Return period means average recurrence interval. What is the risk associated with that event? What is the risk associated with that event? And we are trained in such a way that if you do anything without basis, you'll be in trouble. Anything happen, they will ask you to produce the calculation, and your calculation has no basis, then you are in trouble. Yeah. And now what we are, the main theme of our presentation today is talking about design rainfall data. Design rainfall data. Whether what sort of data to use? Are we using the old data or using the new storm data? And I haven't finished my survey yet. I was asking, what is your expectation from today? A child said it's about the design. size of the structure. And what else may I know? What is your expectation? Yes. Okay. Yes. There are changes. Yeah.
Say if you take 50 years,
Yes, yes.
from 50 years ago, the volume of the brain is different from 50 years ago.
Precisely.
Where do you start from that? When you talk about global warming, where do you start? Bigger.
Yeah. That is what we engineer can do. We have a guideline. This is a guideline. We have to follow this guideline on the choice of storm data, on the design formula to use, the procedure. This is something to engineer. This is something like it's their bread and butter. You know, there is a design procedure. You follow the procedure, you will answer exactly what you ask. Everything you ask is answerable by following the procedure here in the guideline. Believe me, I haven't got a chance to present my material yet, but I just assure you, whatever you just raised that is answered by following this guideline. We are talking about using the data, the latest data, the latest up-to-date data.
Okay, that means he extend up
Up
to what, that 5 or 10 years behind?
Oh, more than that, up to last year or so. We have new data as late as last year. Depend on which guideline you are talking about. We are talking about many guidelines. I haven't started my presentation yet,
Yeah.
so I have no chance to explain.
There's
But I just answer you verbally that what you ask is not the issue. We use data as late as this year. We can.
You see, I don't get into the putting you to like a very much intense or downfall. But next few years back, I think they are quite right up. So when I say based on this data, if you reduce the size of the whatever.
Not true. Not true. Because yeah. To answer your question, it's not because last few years no rain means you reduce. You look at the macro perspective, the wet years are coming. The trend is toward higher intensity rainfall all over the world. There may be local, what they call La Nina effect. There's some dry years happen. This is random. I mean, hydrology is random. You know. We are talking about a scale of hundreds and thousands of years, not 1 or 2 years. 1 or 2 years can be exception. Yeah? It doesn't mean much in a population size of, it's a small sample. You're talking about population of hundreds and thousands of years. In China, they have hydrological data 4,000 years, or 5,000 in China. Yes, no kidding. They have hydrological data. They know from the historic book 5,000 years ago, there was a flood at what level, and that is used in their flood estimation. In Malaysia, we're talking about data up to 100 years. Yeah. Okay, we leave it. I think, yes. Of course, macro. Yes. Micro is it's not correct. Macro is correct. Yes, I want to know what is the expectation. Again, please give me some feedback. I don't want to spend too much time. I just expect you. Sorry? Brian.
Whether small, we always have global development. The engineering department always gives us the radar is not. They won't agree with the sizes of detention bomb. They don't agree with the grade sizes, and then the chart. So that is what we are going to say. What is more on our So
understand.
Our problem.
You have a very good answer. May I know your name? QUEK KENG. K H 4. Very good answer to me. Yes. I begin to see what is the expectation. So what sort of detention are you talking about? You're talking about on-site detention.
Yeah, on site.
Okay, I very good answer. Thank you very much. Very good answer. I think Paul has given us a very good feedback on what is your expectation. I know how to focus my talk today because my talk today, as I said, is actually for one day for professional engineer. Certain thing I will have to leave it out because it's a bit too technical, but not to the engineers though. If I don't cover in talking to engineer the details, they will say you are useless. We don't know your details. But for this audience, I will focus a slightly different perspective. Yeah, because actually your question is very good. This is exactly what I can deliver to you. How to reduce the size of the detention pond by as much as 50%. I'm not making exaggerated claim. I'm a professional engineer. Whatever I say has a basis. I have actually published papers in IEM journal and also bulletin on a method that reduce the size of detention by more than 50%. For on-site detention, mostly are dry pond. On-site detention are dry pond, cannot be wet pond because mosquito is a problem. The breeding of mosquito, we don't recommend wet pond anyway for on-site. It would be insane for you to decide on-site with the wet pond. No? When part of the detention. There are two types of detention. One is the detention basin or detention pond. We are talking about big ponds, can be acres, for big area. And then another type is the micro level, which is on-site detention. This is for every individual shop lot, factory lot. We're going to provide the on-site detention. They are totally different. On-site detention are designed for minor event like 10 years ALI event. Means we're designing for the frequent occurrence event. Whereas the major structure, they are designed for flood, for what we call the extreme event. 100 years. These are detention basin. I believe you don't deal much with detention basin, right?
Yeah, we do planning.
Okay, then I know how to focus my talk too. All right, okay, very good, thank you. I will talk a bit about the on-site detention and also on the detention basin for the minor and also major. And I'll talk about the changes in our design storm data and how to do simple computation using software. How to use simple computation using software. Thank you very much. And now much more focused. Yeah, I know how to present now. Okay, let me continue. Right. So you all have a handphone, right? You don't have a laptop. Normally, my seminar, I ask them to bring in laptop. But today you don't have a laptop. You can use your handphone and type this URL in. You will get the same file here. You'll get the same file as I presented here in PDF format, I think. I hope. Let me know if you can get it. No need to photograph. Just type this into your browser. You please come out nearer. I'm sorry. No, this is the color, default color imposed by Microsoft. It's not my choice. Because the URL, they turn into purple. You all can feel free to come up here and type this into your browser, in your Google or your whatever. Then you get the entire file. Because actually my idea is to form a WhatsApp group so I can distribute information, but I was unable to form a WhatsApp group. So, can someone show me? Yes. Yeah, our friend there have already got it, so I think it's working, right? Please come up here. So you don't need to take any notes today. Whatever I presented is in the PDF file, you can download into your computer or handphone. The entire file, 100 over pages long. So everybody happy up to here? Anybody have problem? Please hands up. No need to take photograph. Just type this URL into your browser. Your handphone has a browser, Google or whatever, or the Safari or whatever. Depend on what phone you use. Yes. All right, call has got it now. I wanted to form a WhatsApp group so I can share information faster. But I'm unable to. So the only way you type it in yourself. You add me in? I need the permission from him. So unless the voluntary basis, I will put my handphone here. Later you add me to WhatsApp, then I form a group. Right? It's only for Dr. QUEK's group on this MASMA. If you want to join, I will show you my handphone number later. So this is the PDF file you can get by typing in the URL here, masma2 seminar ppt.masmam.com. Masmam.com is my domain. Stand for Manual Sadalan Mr. Alam Malaysia. Right? I've kept this domain for many years. The file is also in the shared G drive later. I will review. This is the only information. I don't need to do it. Only for those who register directly with us. But you all register through PEN, and I'm invited by PEN, so you don't need to register here. So preview for the seminar. This is a preview material. It's only for your info also. And this is supposed to be the program, because as I said, the material I presented here for engineers is actually 7 hours. And they're complaining, not enough time. They're complaining. Yeah. Engineers feel the engineers I know, they are all glad they are engineers. Same as you are glad as you are architect. We are glad. My 2 children are all civil engineer. Yeah. So you ask me, what is my preference? because engineering is our bread and butter. We are used to it. And number crunching is no challenge to us. It is bread and butter. Yes, we do number crunching. We have to be very well informed, huh? In this area. Okay. So I also mix around with a group of architect friends. I know. All my good friends are architects. All my good friends are architects because we study in the university together. So we still keep in touch very often to have a bak kut teh, in plan. And I can sit around with a table, 5 architect, 1 engineer. So I understand an architect more than the average engineer because I have bak kut teh with them very often, even until now. So how to get your CPD hour? I think for this seminar, you have to sign out at 12. You sign out at 12. This only applies to my seminar. Different. We have CPD awarded by the Board of Engineers. I've been accredited. This is 7 hours CPD. 1 hour for every contact hour. I'm a certified CPD provider. So your bonuses will be, I don't know how many CPD you get. You have to talk with your hammer. How many CPD you get awarded? Just curious, how many? 2. Oh, mine is 7 because we have 7 hours contact. Oh, this is 2 hours. Never mind, you can I suggest if you find that my talk is too fast, then you ask Pam to invite me again for 7 hours. You please request. Then I can organize one for 7 hours. In fact, I keep asking them, can I do 7 hours? They say no, no, no. They turn me down. I wanted to do 7 hours today. No, no, no. No. We engineer don't. To us, this is nothing. This is our normal schedule. I've conducted many seminars all over Malaysia. Even for JPS. This is the normal schedule. We adopt 7 hours, 7 CPD. Already applied and Board of Engineers already approved. Now your bonuses, I think the bonus is the main thing is this one. You go and you go to this one and request. If you request, only put in your email. Type into your browser again that seminar1masmam.com. How to type in your browser? I show you. Menu Salam Mercer Alam Malaysia. I type for you, I see. Type for you. When you come to this page, you put in your name and email, that's all. After you will receive an email, you confirm it. Then I will need time to approve you. Then you get to access a shared G drive. Later I show you what is inside the shared G drive. All the guidelines, everything are inside. Lots of material inside. Later I show you what is inside the G drive, including the PowerPoint presentation today. You get it in the G drive. Huh? So if you don't join, you go back empty-handed. Ready? Everything, all the material I give you, I don't need to give you printed copy, all in PDF. All the references on design, all my publication in the IEM bulletin on the OSD are inside the G drive. I will show you what is inside the G drive later. When I come to the right point, I will show you. Okay. I think I bet myself show you now. This is what's inside the G drive. The presentation today is here. Once I prove you, all my published papers are here. Bulletin, published papers on-site detention. This paper is in my G drive. The published papers. A lot of reference material all inside. Right? I also published a paper in the Master Builder Association. And this is the paper. I talked about it more today. All the spreadsheet, the training guide. I even give you a training guide. But I have no way to get in touch with you. I don't have your email, I don't have your phone number, so I have to explain today. After you sign up, it's inside the G drive. The training guide are all the work example calculation. Normally, the engineer find it very useful. I show them the calculation, the step for whatever situation. You see now the new guideline even have a parameter for us to design for global warming. The new latest guideline just came out last year. You can design allow for global warming effect. So all these are the MASMA guidelines. The manual Sutherland Mr. Alam, a soft copy is here. Quick, I show you. These are the things inside the G drive. We put in appropriate factor recommended by the guidelines. Appropriate factor, they recommend appropriate factors for different type of land, condition, a lot of parameters involved. The engineer has to go through the design procedure and follow. Then it will come out with a recommended value. So if different engineer were to do it, it should be exactly the same. That is the beauty. Standardized, that is the way to go about it. That's what the guideline is for, standardized things. This guideline, I would say, is fit into the latest development throughout the world on flood design. It's one of the state-of-the-art guidelines. And not many countries have it though. Malaysia is one of the countries that have started this guideline. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of credit go to the BTS. They have spent millions to engage consultants to develop this guideline. Millions they have spent. But it's for the well-being, the good of our country in the long term, to have a standardized guideline. So that you cannot simply design. You feel like your mood not so good today, you design very small. I feel good mood, I design very big. It won't happen. It should not happen. Because the guideline spells out exactly what you have to consider. And different engineer were to do it, it will be the same. Should be more or less the same. Plus minus a little bit of error in your area calculation, a little bit error in your slope assumption, plus minus a little bit. You shouldn't be a lot of difference. If a different engineer were to do it at different time, it should be the same. if you use the latest data. Right. So this guideline consists of thousands of pages, but it's inside your G drive. This is the guideline to us engineers. Is the document we follow day in, day out. Lots of computation, lots of charts, graphs, and references from all over the world. Right. Okay, so that is the advantage of you signing up. If you don't sign up, there's no way I can get in touch with you after today. If you sign up, I can also email you. I will email you the resources. But it's voluntary, yeah, not compulsory. If you feel that your privacy is being infringed by sharing email with me, then don't go ahead, don't do it. I get nothing out of it. Don't do it. Yeah, I respect their privacy also. I respect them. But this is a seminar. I offer it to you on a voluntary basis. If you want to share, come. If you don't worry. I even have a Facebook page with thousands of engineers in fact, all talking about NASMA. I'll show it to you later. Okay, I'll show it to you now. Later, I don't have so much time. I have 2 hours only. So later will never come. So if you type this into your browser, you can also find it. FB facebook.masmam.com. fb.masmam.com. You come to this Facebook page and you like it and follow. Then you are inside this group. This is our seminar just 2 weeks ago. 1-day seminar. A lot of videos, materials inside. See all the seminar conducted recently, only last month. This is with the 50S Sabah, 50 engineers. They come for this training on how to check submission. All these are engineers involved in checking submission for all over Sabah, 50 of them. And we have the Malaysian hotel in Taipei. I was in Taipei only last month. This is Pengara. So Pengara attended the whole seminar. So if I dare to talk about MASMA in front of Pengara GPS, that is a lot of courage. I will tell you. The Pengara asked me a lot of questions. Very good question. I answer him professionally. So these are all GPS engineers involved in approving submission for Sabah. 50 for different divisions. Okay, you can join this, like this page. The way you like it, you just go to the photograph and click like, then you will appear in your Facebook. All my posts, you go and like it, then you will appear. Then this is one way you can also get in touch with me. Right. And then one of the bonus I offer you is a free version of MASMAware online. Later I'll talk about it. Okay. Now later is now. So, yeah, this is the MASMAware software. I give you access. So 2 things you can get out of it. One is sign up the form to get G Drive. Another one is free membership to this online software. Only 2 things I offer you. Okay? 2 things. Wow, so slow. This morning was very fast. Because many people are using this morning I checked this is the guideline that I developed. A guideline. You can see, just do a quick calculation. Okay, let's say I want to design the using the latest guideline. Need to extend my tape. Wow, a bit slow. Now it's a bit slow. This morning was okay. Let's say I want to use the latest guideline to design the let's say for Penang choose a station in Penang. Okay, Penang Clinic Bukit Bendera. On top of Bukit Bendera, there's a station, right? Let's say I want to compute the storm intensity curve. I can also. Okay, I will do next. Georgetown. I'll do next. This is the storm intensity. Okay, our friend there asked to do the Georgetown. What is the station name in Georgetown? I got to find out. Oh, okay, these are all Penang station. Prime, Kolam Takongan, Kolam Besar, Air Besar Sungai Pinang. This is the GPS station, rainfall station. Yeah. Actually, there is a way for you to find out. There is a way. Okay, let me show you the true power of this software. I'm not showing you yet. Okay, go to Google Map. Like link to Google Map. Yeah, you can see whatever station. It's a bit slow. Okay, I double click something. I double click something. I think I lost it. Because every time I enlarge, I'm loading data from internet. It takes time. Go to Penang Island. Hey, that one Langkawi. Sorry, not local. I mixed up Langkawi with I should be ashamed of myself. This is Georgetown. I think this is good. Penang Hill is the one of the station. We only have a. I think this is nearest. You see, Kolam Besar. I think it's the reservoir near the Kirosi there. Kirosi, Never mind. For us, I just show you it can be done. I mean, wherever you want it depends subject to availability of station. It's not I say. If there is no station, I can't do it. But I think this Kolam Besar is the nearest. Appear to be the nearest. So you see, Kolam Besar is here. There's the reservoir behind the Kelosi temple. That is the nearest to Georgetown. How far it is? Penang Island is only so big. To you, it's very far. To us, that is spot on already. To us, it's spot on already. That is as close as we can get. Because all these stations operated for 50 to 100 years already. They operated from rubber station, from the rubber estate days. You know, it's not, I want one in Georgetown also. Where got station here? Where got space for that? No, have to be certain area, no tree, certain clearance. So selection of site itself is not simply done. It's done. This is the nearest I can see to Georgetown. But Penang Island is only so big. Any station is near to Georgetown. That's my opinion. Okay. You just click compute. Done. This is the job you tell the CNS you fired. You see, the beauty of it is I generate a report for you automatically. You go here. This is a report. Yes, you export it. Can. You export PDF. You can export to Word and edit and put your company name. Or you can export to PDF. Because a bit slow, this connection. Normally click, you will download. This time you got to wait. I think too many people are using Wi-Fi here. So this one, you click, you download the PDF file. You want to massage the info, you go to export. You export into a Word file. Then you can massage it any way you like. You can modify. But you want to submit, you use PDF. Even PDF can be edited nowadays, right? But not so clean. But you export to Word, you can edit, you can massage it better, right? But Chia want to massage. Yeah. Because the connection is very slow. I normally just click, it will download. Because my handphone is being used for some other thing. I cannot use my data plan. I have to use the Wi-Fi here. My handphone is there. I'm recording a Google Live to my group. So I record it and put it on Facebook. If they want to watch in future, they can always. Yeah. I will put it on my Facebook page also, today's live. You can come back and watch later. I will show you the link. You join to my mailing list, I will blast it to you. I'll send it up to email. Right? I suspect it's there already. Yeah, you can submit already. A lot of my clients actually do that. CNS. There's some architects now. Yeah, I click so many times. You see, report. I click 24 reports on my desktop. Now, this is the report. Column birthday, Pulau Pinang. Yeah, I click too many times, generated 25 reports in my download folder. See, exactly the same thing, you can print it out. If you download the document, the Word file, then you can massage it any way you want. Right? You can edit and put your company name, and you can insert and make it your own, personalize it. But I give you all the technical part in the report already. The rest you can put in your own material. You want to put into your submission to your architect client, your type of client, you can also incorporate this into your report for submission. Because your client have a certain requirement also. Then you can show to them, you architect, you can handle some CNS work also. This is not talking about design of that structure yet. This is only basic takeout data. The data is correct. I assure you, because we have done extensive verification. I have no time to show to you yet. Yes. JPS are using it already, this software. JPS are our client. They have subscribed to our software. This is the software I developed. I developed it personally. Besides public. This is the basic feature are free. Advanced feature like generating report have to pay. I give you basic feature. Later I talk more about it. The basic feature are available for you for free for life. So you go and sign up. The way how do you sign up? I show you the link to sign up. Attention, this is how you sign up. Sign up masmaware.com. You type this into your browser. Later, I show you a video how to sign up. Basically, this is you go to here and sign up. Actually, you don't need to take inside the PowerPoint. I haven't come to that point yet, that part yet. I will show you. So there are two things I'm offering you today. One is the G drive, one is the software. Free. Right? If you want to subscribe for you want the advanced feature like generating reports and all this, you have to pay. Right? It's fair because I need support to maintain my software also. It's not free. I am paying Google and paying all these things. Oh, many. They have to pay. Yeah. But the basic feature is free. I give you basic feature for free, but the paid version is about 1,006 a year. 1,006. Yeah. If you unlimited, you see, I look at it differently because I'm a consulting engineer. Sometimes I engage other clients engage me for expert input. I won't be charging 1,006. More like a day 1,000 ringgit. Yeah. So what is 1,006? I won't do any job less than 20, 30K in one short term now. A few weeks job, I'll be charging about 1 month job, I'll be charging about 30K. My standard charging rate for any input I'm a specialist. I'm getting a lot of requests to do specialist job. My charging rate for a month is about 30K. 30K. And if we can handle with this software for 1,006, which is better, this one can use for a year. You pay me only a month. Next month you want me, you pay another 30,000. So my client would rather pay for this. Because, hey, Dr. QUEK, I don't need you. I subscribe the software only 1,006. 1 year, I don't need to see you. I can do OSP design, everything. I'm going to show you one feature only. Storm. I got on-site detention basin design also inside. Generate a report for you. I haven't got time to show you yet. Give me some time, huh? I will go into it. So 1006, in terms of professional input, this is nothing to me. I don't know about you. I would rather pay 1006 and use a software that can get paid. Dr. QUEK 30,000 a month. No, for my input. Definitely, yeah, we are professional. For my input means can use my name, I endorse it. And I go to JPS and meet and discuss, present to them. Include all that. JPS want to see me 10 times also, I must go. For the 30K, it's not easy money, you know. Yeah, and also professional liability. Sometimes one job, I got to go to see JPS 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm waiting there for Mr. JPS to show up. He will come at 9 a.m. and go drink coffee. I follow him to drink coffee and talk over the coffee. I mean, this is what we are paid for. We professional, we exactly. I think you appreciate we professional, we understand each other. 30K is not doing nothing. 30K, you can mean a lot of site visit under the hot sun, meeting JPS, meeting developer 20 times. You know, it's not for nothing. But sometimes I get 30,000 doing nothing also. Yeah. There's some job, one presentation enough, no need to present, just report counting. That is wonderful. But in life, I take up and down. Just, you know, I leave it. Sometimes easy, sometimes difficult, that is life. I cannot say difficult job, I charge you more. I can charge a bit more, but reasonable also. Cannot be excessive, right? Sometimes unexpected things happen. But some disaster, something happened. Well, that 30,000 could be hard-earned money, you know. Under the hot sun, countless time, meeting JPS countless time. But sometimes I have good job. I don't need just present a report counting. I get 30,000 pocket money, right? This is what we engineer. Like you are a doctor, you can say this surgery difficult. I do halfway, I don't do. Cannot, ma. No, don't make sense. You are a doctor, surgeon. I cut it. Oh, this one very hard. This patient may die. Oh, stop. Charge more. I cannot say that, man. I'm sure you architect is the same. Sometimes you get very good job, very easy job for good money. Sometimes you get lousy money for difficult job. A job that run into countless problems. I got job that need authority countless time and rejected and rejected and rejected. And not my fault. Not my fault. Somebody didn't do what I recommend to do. And I get them back. You know, somebody saving millions. I get them back for small fee. That is life, right? That is life. It's okay. Today, 3-hour session, we have here lively that. I don't want to follow the book. If I follow the book, I need 1 day. I'd rather do it this way. I get the key concept to you. Enough already. I don't think you can expect too much for 2 hours. You know, we start at 9:30. We're going to finish at 12. Huh? That is what I'm trying to do. That is what I'm trying to do today. I want to give you big picture, not the details. No need. You want detail one, I can do more detail, but you request for a 1 day. Then I will can do. Then this will give you a lot. Yeah. Next time you can tell your CNS engineer, I know how to do the. Right. Okay. Let's continue. So that comes to the key topics to be covered today. The first topic is storm data. I cover a little bit just now. Second thing is the OSD design. With OSD, we're talking about such storage requirements. It's a technical term. But basically, it's design of OSD. And the third is the application of software, which is the malware I show you. It's the software that I developed. I developed with a team. My company developed the software. Okay, let's go into the first topic, which is the storm data. Basically, there are three sources of storm data. Right? Three sources of storm data. I'll talk more later. Second is talking about OSD. Don't need to go into the details. It may be confusing to you. This is talking about design of the OSD and site detention, how to size it. You can actually size it with the software, just click a few buttons on it. The report generate of the size come out for you. Immediately you know how to get the size for your development with the software. The third is, of course, the malware I mentioned just now. Okay, I haven't introduced myself yet. Yeah, I'm a Dr. QUEK. No. Actually, according to the slide, I'm only, you see this, I'm only about 5%. Yeah. Today I jump a bit. I go jump a bit, but in a more macro scale, chairman of IEM Water Resource Technical Division, 2003 to 5. I'm 62 years old. Thank you. Professional engineer, member IEM. Consultancy for not nearly over 30 years. Been as a consultant for 30 years. I've never been an academician, although I have a doctorate. I've been always in a private practice and a very practical working engineer. Been trained to be like that already. Training courses on MASMA. I'm very well known among the circle in engineering, even in government, as a trainer on MASMA. So I'm considered one of the experts on MASMA in the country because of my involvement. And later, I'm a developer of this software called MASMAware. MASMAware is software that I developed to help engineers design with minimal input and able to generate a report for them with full compliance of MASMA. Full compliance. And our client include government. Okay, these are just very technical things, details, features I do review that I did for the government. I was appointed by government to review the double check from Rawang to Ipoh. That was in 2000. Remember, Dr. Mahathir announced one day, he said that project cannot not viable anymore. And because the cost overrun by 20 billion. That was in year 2000. I was called. I think more than that. Cannot be 30,000. Well, no, came out already. MASMA first edition came out already. My fee cannot be 30,000 only for that job. Yeah. Yeah. You want to know exactly how much I can tell you later. Cannot be 30,000. Just joking. Okay, now this is the first guideline, 1975. The first drainage guide. Between 75 to 2000, that's the planning design procedure #1. I don't know you all heard about it or not, but this is the guideline I started in my work. I use this guideline. And MASMA came in 2001. So when this guideline came in, everything changed because this is a very detailed document with lots of computation. And luckily, I graduated from University of New South Wales, which is involved in the design of the guideline which happened to be the design guideline for University of New South Wales Engineering Department, responsible for writing the drainage guide for Australia. So all my lecturers were involved in the preparation of the Australian rainfall and runoff, the guideline. And I'm so lucky I was there. I was a research student. And I get very good exposure because of my training. So what does Australian guideline got to do with Malaysian guideline? The Malaysian guideline is very similar to Australian guideline. Just like the British standard and the Malaysian standard. Very similar. They have different type of climate. They do have rainfall. Which year you were in New South Wales first year? Huh? Yeah, I was there. We are at the same university at the same time. I'm not surprised. I met you before. I'm not surprised. I live in Randwick. Oh, I live in Randwick. Okay. Yeah, Randwick, Kensington. Yeah. Kingsford. Yeah. I did my undergraduate, master, and doctorate on scholarship from university. Yeah. So you know Tan Yi, right? Tan Yi. My architect friend, my good friend. Okay. So in 2012, this new guideline coming. This we call it MASMA 2. This is what we call MASMA 2. Yeah, IRO is the it's not Malaysian standard, right? I think Malaysia has their own SIRIM. Malaysia follows SIRIM. This MASMA, I think, it is affiliated with SIRIM. So the government recognizes it as a guideline now. So professional engineer, you don't follow professional negligence. Considered incompetent. They can actually lodge complaint with board of engineers. And board of engineers are very strict, you know. When they receive complaint, they do ask you to answer, you know. Board of engineers is quite strict. Besides commercial things like payment or dishonesty, they also investigate your professional work. Board of engineers quite strict. Yes, it is. As I said, it is. It's required by law. Yeah. I think it's more than a bylaw. I heard it's passed by the parliament. They have to go to the parliament and pass it. Okay, never mind. I'm also not a lawyer, but for me, it's enough for me to know if I don't follow this, I may be in trouble. Yeah, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not so well informed as to the bylaw or what. I'm not so well informed, but I know the consequences I don't follow. That's enough already. If I don't follow MASMA, I'm in big trouble. Right? Everything inside MASMA, I must know, must follow. So this is the 2012, but as late as 2021, this guideline come in. This is what we call the new data, new storm data. And this answer for the wet years. We have data up to 2021. Very recent, right? This year not yet finished, so there's no data yet. And for the one for West Malaysia, for East Malaysia, this time HP26 come in. For East Malaysia. So these are the data. All these data are actually inside MASMAware already. We have put in all this data inside MASMAware. Together, there are thousands of stations. We're talking about thousands of stations. Just now you see the MASMAware, you see the number of dots. How does the station look like now? Basically, they have it's like a TNB station. They've got an area you already fence up. They have a structure there with a rain gauge, power supply, recorder, everything inside. Now the equipment are getting more and more sophisticated. In those days, it's only a tipping bucket. Tip every morning and measure, throw away, measure, throw away. But now it's very advanced already. We have electronic gadget. Now, whatever data collect telemetry, send back to HQ in KL. No need people to go and read, all telemetry already. And now already different technology. But there are still stations using tipping bucket. There are stations using tipping bucket also in the rubber plantation. The rubber estate manager, by law, they are required to record every day and submit to government every year to JPS. They are required by law because rubber estate need to monitor their yield. Their latex yield is related to rainfall. So they record a long-term, hundreds of years of data they recorded. So we got a lot of volunteers in the field doing all the data collection for Malaysia. That's why Malaysia has one of the most extensive rainfall gauging station network in the world. A lot of Masari consultants, they come in and say, wow, this is unreal. Malaysia full of rainfall station. They say in their country, they can only afford a few. So they ask us so many. We say, because we tell them in Malaysia, we got a lot of volunteers, they are forced by the government. If they don't do, they'll be. No. You see, these people, this rubber estate, they do it for free. If they don't do it, they will be charged. Yeah, they're required by law to submit to JPS every year. If not, they cannot renew their license. So Malaysia, we are smarter, right? Yeah, they are volunteer, they are not paid. This is how we Malaysia become so advanced, right? We Malaysia, we can get them to do for free. You see the Masale, we have a lot of Masale consultants from UK, from Australia. They come to work in Malaysia, they say, wow, your rainfall station, unreal. I see all the whole Malaysia full of rainfall station. How you do it? We tell them, we use forced labor. You see Malaysia, we are smarter. We use forced labor. We don't pay. You don't do, you don't renew a license. Blackmail them. You know, rubber used to be the, you see Malaysia. You see the Masale consultant, the UK and all the specialists come in, they say, wow, I might, you know, in their country, they may have 5 stations, the whole country. But Malaysia, all of them, how you do it? You can work it out. For government, is free. The government say, if you don't submit, I don't renew your license. That's enough already. So they, every morning they have to do it. No, I don't think the rubber estate. Now we got so the bigger rubber estate, it is time the government take over. Because now a lot of land have been changed from rubber estate to commercial. So the government see, wow, this is a station going to stop already. They take over. They implement telemetry. Very cheap money. Just get the telemetry set up. Sit in the HQ every day, they collect already. Change. No, not to the government. Data is very valuable. Malaysia is huge. Yeah, blessed with so many rainfall stations. Until so much, our friend just now say, Kolam Air Besar not close enough to Georgetown. You are pampered already. You are very pampered. In UK, the whole Penang maybe only 1 station. But in Penang, you got 4, 5 stations, it's not enough. Because you are pampered, you have too many. Just like you born rich, money is to you nothing. Just spend money, spend, right? Just kidding, Just kidding. It's okay. Don't take it personal, Whatever I say is only joke, We look at things different perspective. It's very funny sometimes, right? We look at life sometimes different angle. See, hey? You think about it, we are pampered already. We consider Kolam Besar too far from Georgetown. It's actually very near to Georgetown also. Actually, sometimes may not be a good point. You don't put on the very high. There is a guideline on this station has to be on ground level certain height. Then will be representative. It will be representative. You cannot simply put on 88-story high building. No. Has certain have to no, not this way. The wind will be different. Everything will be different. It has to be uniform. It's done at a certain ground level with certain clearance, no trees, and the wind velocity, no hill, has to be away from hill. A lot of factors to be considered. May not be recommended too close to the sea. You don't see any station near the sea, that's right. Because the wind will be different. The wind will be different. The wind velocity will be a bit high. And the rainfall will be different. We look into a lot of issues. And this is actually no, you see, the Kolam Air Besar is just as representative as Georgetown. It won't make much difference. It won't make much difference for us in terms of income. In fact, for the whole Penang, only a few stations in Penang on different side of the Bukit Bendera, on different side maybe, because the rainfall shelter effect, you have to put at different, maybe 4 stations, a different part of the island is in mind. And they even put one on Bukit Bendera. I saw it. I went to Bukit Bendera. That is different type of highness. That's on natural ground. It's not on the high rise. We never put equipment on the high rise building. We put on the ground level on the Bukit Bendera. Right. So you see I brought up this one to show you Malaysia is full of station. To the Masale, they will open out their mouth. You see, East Malaysia. You think it's done all by the government? No, a lot have volunteers. Yeah. Force volunteer. Okay, so much for it. Huh? Let's continue with it. Now, I was talking about East Malaysia. This is the one. Just now you saw the station for this. It's not hydrological procedure. It's a design guideline. Drainage guideline. The latest one, 2018. That's why the talk today, the topic is about latest storm data. All these from our assessment, all these stations, the storm data have gone up to 20% over the predecessor. All this storm data are used in the design guide, put into formula to calculate the discharge, which are used for pricing all the drains and covers. Input. Rainfall input input into the design guideline with all the formula, rational method, time area method to calculate the discharge to use for sizing or structure. Sizing also given in MASMA, the procedure. Yeah, not only drain, drain, bridges or whatever sizes, they are sized like in this manner. Yes, bridges are sized. We have guidelines inside MASMA. We have procedure to size for bridges. How high to make sure the bridge is free from flooding. Why bridges seldom flooded? Because we size it in such a way it's above the flood level and provide a freeboard 1 meter. The guideline is given in the guideline. 1 meter freeboard. Bridges seldom flooded, right? It's not by accident, you know. We have to size it. I've done millions of jobs like this. These are things we do day in, day out. Both also affect. Both also affect. Sorry? You can say it like that also. You can put it this way also. You can say it like this. Yes? You can put it this way. I know what you mean. But it's a bit more than that. It's a bit more than that. We are talking about 100 years. These are minor events for small factory, okay. On-site detention, okay. But for disaster prevention, we are talking about deep flood in Klang Valley. These are all 100, 200, 300 years, even 1,000 years. Okay, for housing project, within the housing area, we use minors, 10 years. But outside the housing area, for look at a bigger region, we look you design for major, which is 100 years. Both have to be considered. Hundred years. Monsoon rain, when you talk about monsoon rain, it's definitely 100 years. Monsoon implies extreme event. In KL, it is known that the previous guideline in KL, the 100-year flood happened every 2 or 3 weeks. Because the design was done 20 years ago using the old guide. Now weather had changed. Last time 100 years supposed to happen once. Now that design 100 years ago, 100-year flood happened every month. Yes, there is ways to solve it by detention. The way mathematics, I'm going into it. I'm going to your point. It's a good question, Chia. I'm going. So can you describe the core philosophy in MASMA in 1 sentence? This is to answer your question. So happen you ask me the right question. So the answer to it is control at source. Chia asked me, is there a way to solve this? That comes to MASMA. This is the solution, control at source. What is control at source? I don't know what that means, but control at source means that you provide storage at source. Means if you have a development, you put on-site detention, you retain the water at source. You retain your runoff at source. You don't discharge your runoff as it rains, as it comes. When the rain fall onto your development, you don't release everything in one go. You detain. You detain for a few hours and slowly you discharge. I'll give you an analogy. Just like everybody finish work at 6 o'clock, they all leave home. What happened? The jam will be like yesterday, traffic, every jam everywhere. I was here yesterday. I drove, jam everywhere. It take me 3 hours to cross to the island. From Butterworth here, 3 hours. So because why the jam happened? The jam happened because everybody leave home at 6. So if you stagger the time, like Chia, your office leave home at 5:30. Call your office leave home at 6:30. Then the traffic jam at the traffic light will be reduced, right? Because all staggered. Yeah. Everybody think they have to be home at 6. Not true, right? You should leave home at 5:30, leave home at 6, leave home at 6:30, leave home at 7. Then the traffic will be reduced, right? And you work from home. So because Petronas, I also want to join. Yeah, it's a good company. Petronas is a good company. It's a multinational. I'm talking about the average company, So, I mean, control and source analogy is like this. You stagger your time. So every office, every development, retain your runoff and let go at different time. Slowly. Exactly. So how to make developer agree? Blackmail. Masma. 3 to 4%. You must provide 3 to 4% of your land. Else, no CF. No approval. Right? That's the way to get things works, right? To force, not willing. People will not be good-hearted enough to do everything out of goodwill for the society, for everyone. No, people think of their self-interest, right? You got to look after a balance of your self-interest and also the community interest, right? So always the government has to come in to be the judge, to be fair. Okay, you want to develop, want to make money? Okay, 3 to 4% of the land allocate for flood prevention, detention, right? 3 to 4%, DPS, 3 to 4, 3.5 average percent of your land area got to be allocated for flood mitigation. That's how it comes in, right? You cannot, nobody will be, I think of the society, community, or common good. I used to pay money. No, nobody will do it. Right? I mean, in this business long enough, I've seen developers face many times, even 3 to 4%, they say, Dr. Quek, you do 3%, 3%, 1%, it's about 1 million already about that land, 1%, I say, hey, I bargain, like that, when you save money, you have to pay me more. You have to pay more for my input. I have to fight for you. I have to use my ability to optimize the design for you. Is somebody done now? This is done in KL. Some more now we do rainwater harvesting combined with on OSP. Now it's all in the basement already. No. No. When you have this structure, you make sure you have diesel pump standby in KL. Right? Must have diesel pump. That's the M&E come in. Diesel pump. Or else rain the time, swimming pool, the boss, all your tenant not happy. This is not recommended by us professional. We professional don't do it. The non-professional, that's their business. We professional, we have to be careful. What more we take risks for so little money? I would never cut corner for my client. I never lie in my life professionally. I never lie. Bad news, I tell my client. Good news, I tell. Over the small fees, why I sacrifice my career for? No point. Why I take all these risks? I'd rather be safe and then I retire when I'm 90 years old. Anything happen, they call me, I still can answer. Right? I won't be caught in trouble because we are lifetime liability for us. Lifetime liability. Whatever I do, as long as I'm alive, although I'm not working, I still have to answer. Right? Lifetime liability for us, professional. So control exhaust. Chia asked a good question. He asked me how. He think. This is the answer in Masma. He think exhaust. Don't let go everything in one go and cause trouble. Just like you don't leave office in one go. You detain some of your staff, some of the people at the office. Detain. Or you can force OT, no pay. It's not, I don't give you OT, this is government law. You can't leave, right? So myself do some work. In Malaysia, we lost a lot of productivity because of holidays. Terrible. We employer, we all election win also winning election also we must take 1 day break. Football also we need to take 1 day leave. 1 week leave. We cannot have this mentality lah. I mean, in life, if nothing comes free lah. You have to work for it lah. In life, there's no free lunch lah. I never believe free lunch. Okay, control in source is to provide temporary storage of runoff upstream to prevent flooding downstream. This is what Cha was asking me. Is there a way out of this? He was asking me. Good question. Come in the right place. When I'm going to first of all to tell you the solution is to follow MASMA. MASMA proposed control and source. So what are the type of control we can have physically, right? If you okay, this is example of OSP on-site detention. Right? It consists of a RC structure underground. It's not covered up yet. I took this taken before it's covered up. With soil on top. So this is one of the structure. Now for building, for apartment block, it can be like this. You know, in the chamber, the OSP and then go out to the drain. These are typical. Yeah, of course. So engineer always have to consider that. You know, sometimes we do come across situation where the outlet drain are in the same level. Exactly. I know what you mean. These are things we do day in, day out. Huh? Developer will never be happy with us. The developer will never be 100% happy, but they still have to engage us. Yeah? We cannot please everyone sometimes. You brought up a good question. You know? Sometimes the public drain can be higher. No. To answer to it, sometimes we introduce no. Some is not recommended. Even more trouble. We put a sluice, like a gate. Put a sluice. We call it a sluice gate. Like here. Here. We install a gate here. A gate. I can show you some photographs with the time. I've done construction before. Not done by me, but put a gate here. So water will not go back up. You know, these are things that infra engineer have to consider. You know, after we design these things, we need to know the flood levels and all these things. So we engineers, our job, we using MASMA, we can estimate what is the flood level thing. It's not simply thorough method, not simply done. We have to follow the MASMA guideline. You can calculate, you know, oh, the flood level actually up to here. Or the flood level, this is over, flood level is only here. We can calculate out using our calculation. And also the MASMA also can help you to do it. MASMA. This is an example of OSP, example 2. Another one is this. Yeah. This is in a factory. It can look like this. Got an hour left. So maybe 11. So another one is this. Oh, yeah, GPS. Huh? No. The inspection, the GPS will have to approve. We professional, we submit drawing, constructor, we submit drawing, GPS may come and inspect, or may not. Depend. They know which site to inspect, right? Or maintenance, in my factory, I have to maintain that. Oh, no, not really underground. They are in access. I have not got time to show you. Sometimes it's all from stairs. Sure, this is obvious thing to do. You will be, you know, you're a civil engineer, you should know. These are common things. Engineers know what to do. Engineers know what to do. They will not do something with no access time. The manhole inside for you to go and clear up. Or the mud. Yeah. No, actually it's the same thing. Inlet chamber outlet, to the manhole connect into the local area, and the drainage network. There are other houses nearby. Okay. Huh? Oh, okay. No. Okay, I know what you mean. You are talking about infiltration. Infiltration exists in the literature. In overseas, in Australia, I can say from my experience, in Australia, we can have design something and then with no outlet, and let everything infiltrate into the ground. That's why I'm saying. In overseas, they have this thing called infiltration trenches. That infiltrate into the ground with no outlet. But in Malaysia, it's not practical. Malaysia is not practical because no, our soils are not permeable. So in Malaysia, we seldom design for it to infiltrate. Although infiltrate is a better solution. But in Australia, the soil are more sandy. They have trenches with no outlet, very common. So how if the water go up, infiltrate into the ground, recharge the groundwater, which is better. You don't go and flood out the drain in the neighborhood. You infiltrate into the ground, it's better. The underground full of groundwater aquifer. Can store millions and millions of cubic meters. Unlimited storage. But in Malaysia, not practical because our soil are clay and laterite, not permeable. So you don't adopt infiltration trenches. You don't adopt this type of design. Right. Now just now I talked about the OSD, which are smaller. Now, let's look at detention basin, which are bigger, 100-year event. OSD usually be designed for 10 years. 10 years only. Frequent event. The event that happen every week, you capture. But for the 100-year event, we use this, what we call a detention basin. A detention basin. These are usually roughly it's in the order of an acre or more. I've done this 4-5 acres in KL. I've done some detention basin for DBKL, 4 or 5 acres big. Yeah. Flood. These are flood prevention or detention basin. Detention storage, this is an example. It's very common nowadays. The GPS may require us to build like this. And the architect, your planner, they can landscape it nicely in such a way that become sort of some of the sort of attraction and become a wet pond. Not a dry pond. The dry pond very ugly. Maintain certain level of water in the pond for the aesthetic feature. Yeah. True. Can also. But in Malaysia, honestly, I tell you, so many years I've been doing this, we seldom do dry. Seldom. Because if it's dry, there are other things that come in. The resident will complain, why your field is always soggy? They don't understand. And the dry pond, when it's not really dry, the time is very ugly, full of mud. Not pleasing. Resident won't like it. They will complain to the Bandar Raya, but your place is still always muddy. They tell them, I want to retain flood. Why you retain flood? The laymen, they don't understand. I also seen some very successful one in Australia because I used to live in next to a football field in Pittsburgh, near the university, and then there's a football field there, soccer field, they call it. That soccer field, when it rains, it becomes a pond. The Australian happy, don't have problem. But in Malaysia, not common. The authority find that nuisance that we receive all these complaints. To explain to them also difficult. So they won't recommend dry pond. Seldom. They become soggy, the place. And cannot use for football also. So better make it wet one, At least a nice pond there. People will be jogging. Okay, this is the dry pond that you mentioned. This is in Taiwan. This dry pond, the big pond. It's flooded when it rains only. It's a very big pond in Taiwan. Right in Taiwan. You see the outlet is submerged. But to maintain this, I think it's a nightmare. Yeah.
Yes. You have this pipe which is perforated, submerged inside under the surface of the field. So if it's a dry pond, we need to adopt similar concept like football field with this then that in I'm just maybe it's expensive, of course.
Maybe. Your idea sounds good, seems possible, but I have not done much of it like this. I've not done many jobs like this. Most of my jobs are all web on. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. I have 45 minutes left. Huh? You all want a break, is it? Okay. So what is MASMA? MASMA is known as the Urban Stormwater Management Manual, drainage design guideline. The rest I will repeat. Okay, these are the guidelines that are currently available. The latest storm guideline. These are the latest storm guidelines. I will show you just now. These are the latest storm guidelines. I'll show you the photograph just now earlier on. You can scroll back and see the MASMA. This is what we call MASMA 2, the 2011 edition, MASMA 2, HP1 and HP26. Compare this one, HP1, HP26 has more than 20 years data compared to MASMA 2. So we've done some calculation. I will show you just one calculation. I'll show you one calculation. How it's done, how to use the MASMA way to do it. I'll show you one calculation. The rest of the skip so important for your purpose. I will skip, but for engineer, I need to cover. But okay, there is a set of notes. Come to this point. You will type this into your browser. You will get the note. Of course, this is also inside the. If you are lazy to download, you just sign up. Or this is the folder I share with you. I share with you forever. And I update it from time to time. I share with you after the workshop for as long as you like. Because I plan to work until I'm 85. So I still have 20 more years. 95 is possible. I plan to work until I'm 85. So, sorry? So this, he inspired me in this area. Only thing he inspired me. The only thing he inspired me is this. His ability to work until he's 99. Only that, nothing else. Right? This old man, I respect him only that. Okay. Oh, yeah, forgot I'm online. Okay, rewind. I respect. I respect him in every aspect, especially. Okay. I rewind already. So the training guide is here. This is the training guide. This is the first time I do online. Don't blame me. First time. I've never done online before. I don't know they are still listening or not. Never mind, only 16 left. Hey, just now what 85, now 16. It's okay, it's okay. I don't mind. This is a good turnout already. I talked to this group, I'm happy already. About 20. This group about 20, I'm happy already. They cannot follow because when you go on offline, certain things you cannot. It's difficult to follow. Yeah, lah. You see in live session, we interact and we communicate, we exchange idea and we crack some joke. Different. But online, it's only a screen. Now this is a training guide. This one also I give it to you. Maybe a bit more detail than you need now. More suitable for engineers. But it's there lah. Nevertheless, it's there because I share this group not only with you but with engineers. Certain thing you may need, like the published paper on OSP. I'm going to talk about it. I got half an hour. Okay. Let me go into the one example to show you. Okay, design storm. Design storm in MASMA is computer using this formula. Using this formula. So let's do one example like this. Derive the IDF for the following station. Air terjun Sungai Batu. Let's do this one. Air terjun Sungai Batu. 3317-001. Just do one station. So you how to do it? A bit slow. Oh, my phone is. Huh? The phone always comes at the wrong time. I'm sorry. I'm doing Google and Facebook Live. We'll put it onto my website and my Facebook recording. Okay, this is using MASMA 2. So how I do? I go here. MASMA 2. I select the list. I don't want to use map because I know this type well already. Batu. Here, I type Batu. Out of thousands of stations, it will come up. 317,001. This is the report. Your company name, everything. You want to, you can export it. In your downloader. It's slow. You go to the report and click here. See, Air terjun Sungai Batu. The latest drop 12:10, 3 a.m. because this is US server time. My server is in the US, so it's running on US server time. The time of my server in the US is running on the server in the US because I find that US offer the best view, cheapest. If I host in Malaysia, I find it very expensive. This is the report the generated just now. I click export. You go to exported slowly. I take a bit. I think it's done already. Huh? Is it done? 19. Okay. 26. I think it's this one. I think 11:26 a.m. This one. So you got a copy. Or you can export to Word also. This is the data. Because I have a constraint with time now, I only have 15 minutes left, 20 minutes left. I won't continue with the presentation. I will just show you the software. I'll show you the software in now. No time to. Go. Okay, rational method. This is for you to calculate the discharge for sizing the structure. We can do it very fast. We choose FP1. We choose from the station. Okay, I put the area in and the storm duration. Immediately I compute. See? These are the discharge. The peak discharge. 3.6, 1.7, 19 point something. And then you want to report, you go here and get the report. Since this time, it's done today. 12/10. 10 of December. This is the report. Ready for submission. You want to find out where is the discharge. Normally, engineer do discharge to size the structure. On the discharge, we can read the chart and see what structure to provide, how big. So engineer are supposed to design this way. We cannot do other way. This is clearly spelled out in the guideline. We use the rainfall data input into the formula and calculate the discharge. I think normally architects don't go to this level. Maybe you stop at the rainfall. Now, the time area method I won't go in because I think not relevant here in this group. Although for engineer, that is the one that we really want to do. Take a bit of time to load because the internet is slow. So for me, I will go into the on-site detention now. I got 30 minutes. I just go to the last topic and do the on-site detention. There's still 16 participants. I don't interact with the online participant because I will lose my focus. Although in other events I do. Today I can't interact with them. Just go into the last topic, which is the on-site detention. Okay. OSD. On-site detention, Basically, there are two methods. One is approximate Swinburne, and another one is exact Swinburne method by QUEK, based on my paper. Paper here. So difference between these two, this one is at least 50% smaller. At least 50% smaller. Why I able to achieve that? Because this one is not using approximate, using exact Swinburne formula to do it. Where this approximate method is reading graph and chart. And in the process, a lot of overestimation coming. I've done a lot of work for my client. I use exact Swinburne. I save them millions. Not uncommon to spend to save $1 million for shop lot, for factory lot. It's very common to save them $1 million for factory. I've done it for many clients. And this is not without basic. This is based on a peer review paper published in the IEM bulletin, and also journals coming up. So where to find this paper? As I said, the paper is here. Some of you maybe the paper here. Bulletin published paper. Can go and refer. But in the conclusion, I say it's 2.5 times smaller. Conclusion, this is the base of case study. I'm the first one to write the paper and have it published. The engineer, we don't talk about calibrate this in this manner. Engineer have slightly different discipline of science. We don't talk about calibration in this way, but we talk about the rationality of a method. Your method has to be sound, based on sound engineering principle, which this method follow sound engineering principle. The only thing we can calibrate is we observe after the event it works or not. This one we can tell you. Our design works because we find the review discharge reduced significantly. It works. That one we can tell. Engineering is a different type of science, a practical application of science. We call engineering principle. It's a different discipline of science. We cannot compare us with the geologists, which is a more pure science than us. The engineering geologists is a bit different. Or engineering hydrology also different from the pure hydrology. They live in the world is something like thousands of years ago. We talk about hundreds of years. We talk about tomorrow. The structure has to be there. It cannot collapse. It has to be there for the next 100 years at least. At least during the economic lifespan, this building has to be structurally sound. So it's a different type of philosophy of engineering. You cannot compare us with the pure science. We don't calibrate like this. So these are the two papers are published and which I use for the reference for, and I provide it to you. When you use this method, if anybody can challenge, release the paper. It's a peer review paper. Peer review. By fellow engineer of equal standing. So for your information, when you design for OSD, when you design for detention basin, according to this MASMA 2, there's a differentiation at 5 hectare level. Above 5 hectare, you design for detention basin. Below 5 hectare, you design for OSD. That is according to MASMA. It's stated there. So I shared it with you, but sometimes this is also determined by the authority. I have seen a lot of sites less than 5 hectare, also we need to provide detention basin. But generally, MASMA says this that, inside MASMA, it's taken from MASMA. So I will go through the approximate shipment method first, because if I go in with a bit detail. So approximate shipment method, how it works like that. It's based, divide the approximate shipment method, which is inside MASMA 2 now, which is what you are going to use when you design the OSD. You, based on the map of the peninsula, divide into different regions. Like Kuala Lumpur, you are in this region, right? The central west part of the peninsula. You design based on that. Now, and then you have to read a table, a series of tables. A series of tables. A bit small, right? But if you refer to my PDF file in the share folder, you can zoom it out and see. But unfortunately, this is PowerPoint. I can't zoom it. I can't show everything clearly. Now, this is, you read a series of charts, depending on the region. Your region 3, you read region 2. And then from there, you come out with your OSD. Now, let's do this one together using MASMAware. This example, together. I click here. Now, I give you a link to sign up this one before the end of the seminar. If you want to sign up, I will give you 2 weeks trial. If you sign up late within 2 weeks, I give you a discount for the membership. If you don't upgrade within 2 weeks, then you revert to the free version. Free version only can access the form and don't have the map feature, because map feature I have to pay Google. Every time you click the map, I have to pay Google a few cents. Now I put my credit card there for them to get it. So I need to charge you to use the free version. But for free version, you can't print the report, you can't, there's a few restrictions now. Like, if you go online, you can see the restriction. Now, let's go and do this approximate shipment. This is the method I believe most architects will do, because I got also the architect friends. They will do this one like this. But you see the software, how fast it can be done. Let me see. It's in Kuala Lumpur, region 1, Kuala Lumpur. Region 1, I put already. Because it's safe for my previous calculation. 0.35 mile, 70%. Because I did the calculation earlier. Everything is there. The optional one is up to you. You don't need to put also can. See? The size come out already. What is the size? This is the report. Okay, go and see the report. On-site detention. For Kuala Lumpur, it's calculated already. Take you hours, yeah. Kuala Lumpur, this is what we put in, right? Kuala Lumpur 0.35 hectare, and this is the report. And the answer to your question is the SSR 151. This is the area, the volume 151 meter cube. So you think this is faster or using the very fast, or else you have to do using the manual method, This is done already. Some more, export to PDF, or you want to massage, let's massage it now. You massage. You want to massage the output. In the VOC file, you can massage it, put your title, everything. Your, I don't know. All these are editable. Computation is done for you already, not the output already output for you nicely. Exactly follow MASMA. I have verified it because today I have no time to cover. I actually in my class for engineers, I do teach them how to do using spreadsheet and then verify using MASMA where not in the class. I do training workshop for engineers. Yeah, I do worksheet. You brought up a good point. Now, next we talking about optimization. This is done already. Now, next is the optimization. Okay. Now, work example 5.1, this is approximate stream burn. Now, next look at the 5.2 exact treatment method based on reference QUEK. QUEK 2017 paper. So you have a development here. You want to, this is a factory lot case study, factory lot. I want to design an OSP in a car park. You go out into a river like this. So this is the catchment. A typical case study. Let's do it. We do it using MASMA where and then we finish off for today. Of course, you can stay back up to 12:30. I was told to have discussion. But at 12 o'clock we will finish and we can sign off and we have a group photo first because some of you may have to leave. But I'll be around until 12:30 or later if you want. So okay, let's do. We need to do let's do this one. HP1 use HP1 data to design a OSP. The input data is here. Let's do it very fast. Don't bring. Very fast. To the dashboard again. Normally it's very fast. Today it's very slow. Too many people using my time. You can use your data plan on the handphone to do also. I have participants using handphone to do. But I'm not approved you yet, so you can't. Approximate treatment method. No, exact treatment method. Sorry, I'm sorry. Exact treatment method. I come out to here. Okay, let's do it using HP1. What's the station name? This is from Mac. We put Pejabat JPS 6003. Okay. Already selected already. Normally, how to select? I can put 6001 also. Too many 6001. UTS. I better put Ibu first. I put KCS 6000. Oh, 6003, I'm correct here. I just select this. Project area 0.75. All this default value are the recommended value. When you start doing that time, it will be default value inside already typed for you. You don't understand the movement, just click run. I put in the value the most suitable one for you already. Okay. Computed your volume based on here. You see, 81. Just now was how much? 151. Isn't it 50%? Yeah. I use the same method I submitted for a lot of clients and saved them a lot of money, a lot of land. And most importantly, my method can be accepted. I'm not doing something of no basis. I'm going back to the first principle and apply. Instead of you using approximation, reading all this chart and graph, and in the process introduce a lot of variables. Not every town has, but let's say you are in Putrajaya. Unfortunately, Putrajaya no rainfall station, you know. Not all plantation are have suitable data. No. You see, for Putrajaya, we can use the Sepang airport. It's good enough. Don't be too, pampered. I use the term pampered. Putrajaya means Putrajaya. No need. Putrajaya, what is the difference between Putrajaya and Sepang? It's about 10 kilometers or so. Very close to the inn. It's not that sensitive. You see, the south basis for you to do I tell you the correct method to do. It won't arise. Your concern won't arise because when you open up a map of Malaysia, you can zoom it up and see where is the nearest station. Correct or not? Then you have a basis. Whatever we do, we must have basis. We cannot simply do. So the basis is that is the nearest storm station that is available. What else you want me to do? Pick the nearer one. There will be some difference. But the correct thing to do, let's say you are in Taiping, between Taiping and I don't know, Sungai Siput or whatever here. If you measure from the map, you cannot be exactly same distance as both. You must be nearer to one station by a meter or so. At least a meter. You're in Taiping neighborhood, you choose the one that is slightly nearer. It cannot be equal distance to 2, I don't believe. It must be different by mm at least. See, between Batam, Serai and Taiping, your location got to be nearer to one than the other. Logically speaking. I was in Kamunting yesterday. I passed back Kamunting. So your concern is, there is bound to be a station nearer. Yeah, they do have some good drainage thing there. Like you see, their car park all paved, all porous media. A lot of car park in Putrajaya all using porous media. They don't pay. It's very good practice. It promote infiltration and reduce the burden on the drain, reduce the discharge into the drain. That is good drainage practice. For us, Masma people, we say, this is very good. Yeah. The point I'm making is that there has to be a station nearby. Right? And Malaysia, we are already so blessed with so many stations. Don't be too, pampered. It has to be in there. No such thing. No such thing. Yeah. As I say, a lot of Masali consultants, when they come in, all the experts, especially to come, they are always impressed by our storm station. They say, how can your government so rich, employ so many people? I say we didn't employ, we forced them to do it. We are smarter. You Masali are outdated already. This is something we can teach you. Okay, you want to sign up for Masma, where I can give you a free trial. You watch this video. You just copy this link, paste into here. I pasted just now, while talking. Sorry, I have to. Is there a sound? Is there a is there a sound input? Cannot connect. Okay. I just show like this, the sound will not be very clear. Some sound. This is on YouTube, I know how to do it. Okay. Can you tell? Oh, okay. I know. Talk about the mass malware. On YouTube, anyway. You want to sign up, you don't know how to sign up, we show you how to sign up. And how to log in. Everything is online to help you. So if you want, okay. After you watch the video, all the links are inside there. You know how to sign up. Oh, I have to close this, or I have to echo. That's why they. I need to switch off, or else there's echo. How to sign up is inside here. If you don't want to watch, if you don't want to watch video, there's a PDF file here for you to. There's a video for you to watch, to sign up. The link is given in the video. Alternatively, you can read this PDF file. How to sign up? Some people prefer to read the PDF file. How to sign up? Yeah. Sign up for free. So I offer this to you. You go to this link, you sign up for free. I give you 2 weeks free trial. But give me time, I need to approve you. I need to add you as a free subscriber with full access for 2 weeks. Now, within 2 weeks, If you sign up for the full version, you pay 1688. If you sign up for 3 years, you get 1 year free. Means about 5,000, you sign up for 3 years, you get 4 years. So that is the offer. All the details are inside there if you want to sign up, but it's voluntary. Voluntary, if you want, I give it to you. Now, what happens if you signed up, after you signed up, if you don't want to renew, you don't want to subscribe, sign up is free. You don't want to renew, you revert to the free version, which you can access only the Stormwater module. But you cannot print the report. That's the only thing. You can still use, but yeah. Oh, yeah. So I almost finished already. Just give me a minute. I'm finishing. I round up. I'm finishing already. Okay. Just give me a minute. I'm finishing 5 minutes. So today I give you 2 things. One is the shared folder to the Google Drive. Also, I need time to approve you because I no time here. Second thing, I give you free membership sign up. I need time to approve you also. After you sign up, I go back, I log in, I will know who signed up, I will approve. And then I will notify you. If possible. I don't know how to notify you, but I will find a way. Maybe I'll shoot out the email. I got your email, I'll shoot out an email. Oh, the 18 participants still online. So it's good. So 18 plus 20 here. 40 minutes. Good turnout. So you need help. This is my WhatsApp. I can't add you, but you can add me if you want, voluntarily, not forcing you. If you want me, I can create a group and add you into this discussion group. But it's up to you voluntarily, not forcing anyone. Not forcing you. Okay, the Facebook page is here. If you like it, you can email me here, workshop@masmam.com. These are my contact details. Feel free if you want to contact me anytime by WhatsApp. I do have a lot of participants contact me later. I can have discussion with you on Facebook or by WhatsApp. It's okay with me. We can network. We can network, and any future jobs we can keep in touch. Right? So the rest of the presentation is about Masmaware Cloud. I won't go into the detail. I leave you to read yourself if you want. Right. So okay, I think that's about all. How to contact us, nothing else. Okay, with that, I thank you for your participation today. And I also thank all the online participants, there are 18 of them. Very good, you have stayed to the end. And my offer also extend out to the online participant, 18 of you. You can also contact me in this manner and sign up for the G Drive, share G Drive, and also sign up for the free membership for Masmaware. Okay, with that, I will hand over to our family. Thank you for your participation.
So thank you to the speaker. Now we'll open it up to the floor to see if there's anyone who wants to ask any question to our speaker. And just to correct our speaker, it's not 18, there's 132 participants.
But 18 here.
Yeah, 132 participants. So for those of you who are online, if you plan on asking questions.
Chat.
Yeah.
There are questions in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So,
132.
so if there's anyone online who wants to
I
ask
read the
questions,
chat.
you guys can
Ask
go ahead as
question.
well. So yeah, I'll pass it to the floor.
Let me see. Great, Dr. Quek, could you please comment and advise on the current smart tunnel still ready to cope the stormwater management purposes? Okay, there's a question.
Okay.
Okay, smart tunnel is working to some extent but I think in terms of cost, it's a very costly. It's a very costly. What you call option to adopt I mean, it's not operating every day. Most of the time, it's operating for traffic. So whether or not it's the cost effective, that is something we need to consider, because I understand after every time they open it up to discharge the stormwater, the cleaning up cost run into a few 100,000. So it's a very costly exercise. Is there a sign out code? Can I miss?
Quite a while ago, I did a temple where they make use of they adopted ecosystem. I mean, we don't have any concrete drain on temple. And it was what do you call that? Sponsored by JPS, partly.
Is that USM?
Yes.
Yeah. I know.
So what's happening with that system now? As far as JPS is concerned.
I'm not well informed. I'm not well informed. I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't know everything.
Hai, Mel lepas ini kau nak makan ke apa lepas ini? Ada kat bawah tingkat satu. Ambil data lepas sini.
It's the same,
Right.
that's the only thing in Malaysia.
Makan dulu.
I mean,
Dah.
first thing, the rubbish. First thing, the rubbish. If it's a public place, people will be throwing rubbish, become a dumping ground. Second, mosquito breeding ground.
Dia kata pergi ambil je, bukan untuk ambil semua. Tak sebab tadi nak ambil yang orang tu tengok itu sekian. Ambil banyak.
How good is it that really cannot comment? You must address the issue maintenance and also mosquito. You don't want to be a breeding ground for dengue, right? You don't want it to be a stagnant water there, and then mosquito come. Temporary storage. This is what MASMA is promoting. Detention. Provide temporary detention. Yes.
I remember when I first look at the guideline by MASMA design, the first version, second version of the picture. I remember I saw one guideline inside about the monsoon drain, whereby last time MASMA prefer to have the green type of monsoon drain instead of the concrete drain. I remember that one because that is quite similar to Australian cable wall, something like that. But because of the sizes are too big or it's not efficient in terms of land use, so I think maybe they don't continue anymore. But in my education last time, it was a very good because it actually can slow down the hydraulic flow and also it's cheaper to it's only the maintenance cost. So what happened now for that I think is thinking of instead of using the drain,
Mic habis bateri.
cepatnya.
Itulah.
Jadi saya rasa
Itulah.
Expecting that to be used in government projects such as like new township and project.
Oh, okay. Why need to all these are sign code now? Have after 1 hour plus, can we enter the actual topic of today's seminar and confused? I don't know you're confused or not. No, I don't think so. Okay, I think no. River? Definitely. 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 Answer to you is definitely.
Has so much wrestling, I'm sure that then next week there's the river.
This is a political question.
Sorry,
No.
sorry, I don't know.
But
Don't plan to-
there's always a little budget available. But you ask dredging, is it recommended for river? Like Sungai Damansara, Sungai Klang, all this. Yeah, dredging is badly needed to answer our flood problem.
You see, the insurance paid for all these damages of the cars, some paid, some not paid. The amount more than the budget for.
True, but these are different stakeholders. You know, it's different people's money. How do you mobilize that, mix up the two?
So there is solution.
But to answer your question, dredging is needed badly. It's something we drainage engineer will propose again and again. We find the river bed is going up. Some of the river go up by 1 or 2 meters, every year. So creating KL, problem in KL. A lot of the time, the flood, what is the cause of a lot of the flash flood? Because riverbed have gone up. Riverbed have gone up, and you got the drain discharging the river. You can't discharge it anymore because the downstream level is higher. So all these cause backup in flow and causing flooding. That is the root cause of flooding. That is the root cause of flooding. To explain, very simple only. Yeah, it's very simple only.
They have a lot of flooding in Hong Kong. Because
Hong Kong,
is very densely
I am not
populated.
familiar with Hong Kong, but I don't think so lah. If anything happen, it will come out in the press.
So maybe
You should ask me Singapore.
Okay, Singapore.
But recent year, there are many. Recently, yes. The global warming is coming in because we got data for JB. I'm not showing you today, but we have data in JB showing the rainfall have gone down about 10-15%. JB and Singapore are very similar. We have data for JB. I'm sure Singaporean they will refer to our JB rainfall record also. Yeah. For JB record, we have gone up about 10 or 15% for JB. So Singapore in recent years are reporting a lot of floods. Singapore. Although Singapore designed originally are all based on big tunnel underground, but now it's proven not enough because of global warming. So global warming effects are actually more widespread than we think now. You know, global warming effect is very widespread. It's more. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I answer a question online. From master plan point of view, what is your opinion on the idea to improve catchment by improving river or outflow discharge? Thanks. What is your opinion on the idea to improve catchment by improving river outflow? From master plan, what is your opinion? Improve catchment by improving river outflow. Okay, you don't improve river outflow discharge in this way. We don't. What we are talking about in MASMA is to actually provide storage at source to maintain. If you can control the runoff at source, you will also help to improve the water quality downstream of our rivers. You also can improve the water quality and quantity. Quantity means flat. Quality means the water quality, how much suspended solids and heavy matter in the solid in the effluent. Because this is actually very important for our water supply. I'm also a water supply engineer. Because when we talk about water supply, we need to ensure the river quality to be of a certain standard before you can use for water supply. Okay, that's all, I think. I think that's all.
Okay, everyone. So thank you for attending our talk today. So for those of you, the sign in and sign up codes have already been showcased online. So thank you for joining us for our talk today. Everyone, thank you for attending.